think we're live. Maybe we're live. I'm going to assume we're live. What up, loungers? How are we all doing today? Hope you're all good. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm terrible at being live, so kind of nervous for some reason. What are we here to do? We are here to look at Dissociatid's latest video. Yeah. Because Dissociatid's back and in a kind of big way, and it just fascinates me. It's so weird. It's, I say a big way. I think our viewership is dropping at quite a substantial rate. A hilariously substantial rate. The other day she posted on Instagram saying she had 1.2 million followers, and a week later it was not 1.2 million followers. It was like 1.15. Oh, funny times. Anyway, I'm just going to ask in the chat, can we hear me? Do I sound okay? What is everything like? I hope everyone's doing well. Are you all ready for this? I know I'm not. Oh God. Let's get me in the corner, eh? Oh no, not her in the corner. I'd rather put her in the corner, but I'm going to put me in the corner. Baby is going in the corner. Oh God, what's she wearing? Oh God. Do I have to watch this? I know I have to watch this. I've said I'm going to watch it, so I have to watch this, but I don't want to. It's so much cringe. How is somebody that broke up with not a paedophile, but somebody of a very questionable nature, and then carried on defending said person of very questionable nature for a long time? Like, how is this person, a 25-year-old woman who's had one serious life relationship where she didn't know for more than a year that this person was displaying predatory behavior, and then defended their predatory behavior, and has had to call off a marriage, this person a few months later is going to give dating advice? Right? Oh my fucking God. Why? Right, let's do this. Oh, this is so stupid. Really, Chloe? Like, really? Why? Why are you doing this? Is this to embarrass yourself? That's the other question. I'm going to play it for like 20 seconds, and then I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to have to check the chat just to see if you can hear her with me talking over her and all of that stuff. And there's like a 20-second delay or something, so just bear with me a second. Oh. Why is she like trying to fucking brain fuck us already? Oh, good golly God, internet. You can do this. I'm gonna not be able to watch her in HD. That's a fact. Oh, shush. Oh, 1080p. No, the hypnosis powers might work in 1080p. I can't risk that. Right, let's check the chat. Was she audible? Was I audible while she was audible? What are we saying? Oh, I love that she's got a nice little. But guys, can we hear me and her? That's the question. Can we hear both of us? I need to know before I continue. Yeah. She switches in this camera. Oh God, there's a switch. Of course there's a switch. How did I not notice that? Wow, sound was a bit low. Okay. Bit quiet. She's a bit quiet. If I turn up the general output, maybe that'll help. And I mean, I'm new to streaming, guys. This is my second stream, so you're going to have to bear with me for a minute or two. Just think of this as the new Grandad's Lounge Sunday night podcast. How about that? That could be a pretty chill thing. Doing like a Sunday podcast. Let's just see what this is like. I guess if this is no good, you're just gonna have to turn your volume up when she's talking and I'm not talking, and then have to like, you can just have to jazz it around a bit. Also, I suppose trigger warning: incoming insanity, incoming pure shit and garbage. Here we go.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video by Dissociative. My name is Sally and I'll be the one presenting this video.
Hello Sally.
This video is about dating people with the idea
I thought you were called Chloe. What's with the creepy little girl voice?
Regardless of whether
creepy little girl voice is already pissing me off so much. I can't endure this. Why is she always staring at the camera? Okay. I can do this. I believe in myself. I believe in us, gang. We can do this.
have a singular integrated personality, whether you are a system yourself.
The sitar, it pisses me off so much. That's just a by the by, just to let you know. But the fucking like 60s hippie shit. Also, go and watch Multiplicity and Me's Jess's video that she did for Sunday Night Australia. She did a little documentary with them, with Remy Aquarone in it. Go watch that and tell me if Dissociative did just completely steal the intro from her. Oh, I'll just put it on at the end of this and you'll see. Oh, fuck. I'm getting absolutely ear destroyed by this as well, so I hope you can all hear this.
Before we go any further, I'd like us to introduce our sponsor for this video.
A sponsor?
Dissociative identity disorder means sharing one body with other alters, and that can make choosing products quite difficult for us. We tend to gravitate towards natural and ethical products that have a high variety of different options,
of course
so that they can be swapped out depending on who's taking care of the body that morning. We've been using native...
Why does it look like she has to force her blinks? Do you know what I mean? Like, she's staring so hard and then she's like, blink. Also, Jesus. I love it. I saw some people speculating that this video was just going to be an excuse for some sort of dating app sponsorship. Well, half right. This video is just an excuse for a sponsorship deal, that's for sure. Whew. Right, we can do this. Oh good, I'm glad Nadia has a deodorant.
It's 7 months now, since July 2020 I believe, and that's the longest we've ever stuck with one brand. Therefore, paraben-free.
The longest she's ever stuck with a brand, any brand, is 7 months. Wow. I don't think I've ever stuck with any brand for anything. I just buy whatever the fuck's cheapest at Poundland. Jeez.
Phosphate-free and aluminium-free, and it's so smooth and moisturising. Native are also vegan and cruelty-free, which supports the ethics of most of our system members. Native provides a huge variety.
Oh, no. I don't even have anything funny or witty to say to that. I don't. This has already scrambled my brains. You see? You see what this does to me, guys? You see how this affects me and my mental health? I'm putting myself through trauma right now, and I don't know why. Oh. God damn it, Chloe. Damn it. But yeah, go ahead. Use a vegan, cruelty-free deodorant. Why not? I mean, the only reason they're doing that,
variety of different scents. They also offer trio bundles, so it was
Jesus
really
Christ.
easy to find signature scents for most of our main fronters without having to overspend. I honestly have to say that these are some of the best smelling products I think we've ever owned.
Oh,
Lynn uses peach and nectar.
The best smelling. Chloe, stop acting for once in your life. Be a fucking human being. Stop acting all the goddamn time. It's so annoying. Oh, fuck. Ah, right. So, Nin's favourite is this, huh?
Which is a really sweet, syrupy scent. I always go full French vanilla and buttercream because it smells exactly like cake frosting, and I love that. Kyle uses citrus and herbal musk. And
how old is this altar meant to be?
Ruby is the only one of us who consistently goes for poppy and cactus flower. Native offers free shipping to the US, and they also deliver to other countries too. 3 deodorants are usually $36 to the US, and they also deliver to other countries too. Deodorants are usually $36.
Chloe, you're a British YouTuber. Offer us in Britain, offer us in England the free shipping, damn it. Come on. Be haggling with the sponsorship guys, woman. Be like my main man Legal Eagle, who asserts and guarantees that his deals are the best deals possible. Just the same as every other YouTuber's, but still. It's scrambling my brain.
Dissociative, and you get them for $24, which is 33% off. That works out to about $8 per stick for an extremely impressive product. Thank you so much, Native, for supporting us by sponsoring this video. So, advice for dating a system. There are
You guys saw the forced blink as well. I'm so happy you saw the forced blink. It's so weird. She forces herself to blink. And it's because she's just got this insane like disconnect between the facial emotions occurring, you know, the lower side of her face and the facial emotions occurring up here. You know, this part of her face, if you crop it, it's just blank, you know, just dead, completely dead inside. Whereas down below, that's where all the emotions are. And then occasionally she remembers that up here also has to act. And so in comes the eyebrows and the blinking, and it's... I'm sorry. I'm not saying that she's a psychopath. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, okay? That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, okay? Oh. Kyle is like 18, right? Aged up now. Kyle's aged up. Sorry, I'm just going to be reading your comments every now and then as well, because I cannot just do nothing but watch this insanity. I need you guys to keep me sane. Please name her deodorant. Right, carry on, Chloe.
A lot of things that need to be kept in mind when you're dating a system that you might not have to even think.
Also, if you think it's rude that I keep calling her Chloe and then I'm dead naming her or some shit like that, go fuck yourself. That's in her terms and fucking conditions. She is called Chloe Wilkinson, aka Nin. Like, and to be honest, she's just, like, the Dissociadid isn't her. Dissociadid is a business. It's a private limited company run by many, many people that is Chloe Wilkinson. I need to stop being so mean. I need to stop this.
One of the first things that you should do is make sure that you understand DID or OSDD and any other illnesses that your partner may have.
Go educate yourself.
Be informed and educated about how to support them better, what disorder means to them, and how it changes their life. Annoying.
She's so annoying.
And help you through your relationship with them. Alters are their own individuals, and they are just as much a real person as you are. They are all individuals.
No, they are not, and that directly goes against what is in all of the diagnostic manuals and like medically regarded as having some kind of scientific basis, journals and studies that propose integration and not viewing the alters as their own individuals, viewing them as what they are, which is a part of your brain that is caused through dissociation, traumatic dissociation. It's a part of your brain, and It is not another person. It is you, and it can integrate. There's fusion or something between alters, but the real goal is integration into becoming a whole, so that you don't keep dissociating in order to cope with certain aspects of your life. Dissociation should not be the goal. Like, not having panic attacks, not dissociating, and being able to function stably should be the goal. So stop saying they're their own fucking individuals when they're not. My God, is she going to try and vote with all of them? They're not different people. They're you.
And they will all have their own preferences and their own boundaries.
Chill, Pete, chill.
That means that you need to learn as many of them as you can. Respect each alter because they are their own person and everybody deserves respect, even if you're not dating them. One of the first things to figure out when you're dating somebody who has more than one personality is, who are you dating? Are you dating at all? Is this a strictly sexual relationship? Is it a romantic?
Can you please stop eye-fucking the camera whilst talking in this little girl voice, please? This is weird. And I know her fans and her stans won't notice this because they are children. So how are they going to notice a manipulative fucking adult manipulating them and deceiving them? It's not. For fuck's sake. This is like, go watch the latest Danny Gonzalez video where he's talking about just how easily teenagers are tricked and manipulated on TikTok. It's not hard. And it ends up tricking and manipulating adults in the process. But come on. Just stop. Just stop being so fake your entire fucking life. Is that hard? Like,
romantic relationship, or is it something different? And who is involved? Just because you're dating one alter, even if that's the host, the alter who's out most often, that doesn't mean that you're necessarily in a relationship with that system or with anybody else in that system. Just because one alter might be using that body and you're dating them in that body does not mean that you are entitled to anybody else who uses that body. Dating one doesn't mean dating all. Respect each alter's boundaries.
Yeah, like, definitely don't go trying to smooch up or fucking don't go trying to make out with your partner if she's in the middle of a dissociative episode, you know. That's actually something that I do think Multiplicity, me, Jess, and her boyfriend, whatever his name, Dave, he's a proper lad. He's my boy. You're my boy. What your name is, I've forgotten. I'm really bad with names. I'm really sorry. I've got so many names in my head right now. It's painful. My head has been spinning these last few days, but I'll get to that later. Anyway, they talk about this stuff in quite a healthy and decent manner in the documentary that I'm going to put on after this, I think. And it's just laid out far more. Like, rambling. Carry on, Pete. Brain fucked.
Everybody will feel differently about you, and that's okay. They don't answer to you, they answer to their own system. Set rules about dating.
It's basically, if your partner's dissociating, if your partner's currently like another alter, don't do the things with them that you'd normally do, because that could basically come across as assault. You know, if my partner was in the middle of a panic attack, I wouldn't in that moment then go and try and make out with her. That's just common sense, right? Right? You know? You don't do these sorts of, like, if your partner's ill and vomiting, you don't go and try and make out with them, do you? It's when your partner's literally like acting like a child, for example, and talking in a child's voice and playing with dollies, you know, maybe don't try and go and make out with them and stuff. That would be really creepy and inappropriate and disgusting and pedophilic.
Who can date who? Have you considered what would happen if you're dating one alter, but another alter in the system falls in love with you or becomes very attracted to you? Have you thought about how you would handle that situation, both as a system and as their partner? Are you polyamorous? Are you monogamous? What about if somebody wants
Stop asking me questions!
Who isn't you?
I thought you were meant to be giving me advice. I thought just stop. I can't, those are too many questions. My brain was already wrinkled. It was already scrambled, and now she's just thrown like 100 different questions at me. Why?
Has their right to do what they want. But again, you're involved now. And ultimately, system responsibility means that the system has to take responsibility for any action done by any alter. If you don't know how you feel about this, at least set down rules for how you would discuss.
Yeah. You, the human being, is legally responsible for whatever the fuck you do, no matter how you might feel or what state you might be in. That's generally how the law works. You are correct there, Chloe. You cannot evade responsibility for slapping someone around the face or calling them a cunt just by saying, oh, that wasn't actually me. You could potentially try, but it shouldn't go down that well for you. I don't think. No. Oh, fuck's sake. I hate this.
Communicate about the situation should it come up in the future. Things to consider are jealousy. What if one alter gets jealous that you're spending more time with somebody else? What if one person wants to date you and gets jealous of the alter who is dating you because they're not allowed, if that is your circumstance? Safety is
I'm so confused. She's talking about so many people. I don't know who's dating who.
Mean that you should sit down and interrogate them. It means that you should pay attention to what their triggers are and maybe have a conversation about them if you're comfortable. Are there any particular...
You should pay attention to what their triggers are, but it is entirely the other person's responsibility to learn and discover what their triggers are, and if engaging in a serious relationship with somebody, at some point have that conversation with them. It is entirely your responsibility as the person who might have something that triggers you to protect yourself from said triggers. If your partner is doing something that might trigger you, it is entirely your responsibility to inform them that that is the case. It is not their responsibility to magically be aware of anything that might go wrong. No. There's a reason why none of my friends know any of the things that might trigger me to this date, despite hanging out with me loads and having triggered me into having really awful panic attacks in the past. They still don't know exactly what the things are that they've done that have caused that, because I haven't shared it with them, because I love them as friends, but I don't want to fuck them. They're not my partner. They're not who I spend my life with. She's the only person that I've let in on that stuff, and certain members of my family. And otherwise, it is entirely my responsibility to avoid ending up in a situation that might cause me to have some kind of dissociative fucking panic attack. That's obvious. Stop. She says it's about taking responsibility, but she is always giving her an audience a way to shift the blame and subvert the blame, and it's fucking sneaky and horrible, and I hate it. I actually hate it. It is a nasty thing to do. It is manipulative just to the highest order, and it's such a disgusting thing for a person to do. Horrible.
Particular topics or situations that are triggering for you that I should know about, I can make sure to avoid them in the future and be careful when they come up. That's a good way to start a conversation, for example. You don't need to ask about their trauma, and it is absolutely within their right to not talk about...
just there on your second date. By the way, do you have any triggers or anything that I should be aware of just in case I end up No.
Anything to do with this. It will make things easier if you can point out what is triggering so that they know what to avoid, what to be careful around, and also how to respond in the case that somebody does get triggered.
I also like to just point out the entire concept of triggers and trigger words comes down to Russian conspiracy, the whole communist Russian conspiracy stuff during the Cold War. Trigger words were something that was theorized could be used to set off the Russian sleeper agents in America at a moment's notice to try and overtake the state. That's where the terminology of trigger words comes from and what triggers actually are. And it's literally regarded as pseudoscience. I understand that I do have things that can trigger me, but I still wouldn't call them, I don't like calling them triggers. That's why I do that, because it's PTSD. I have things that can cause me to have a panic attack. Trigger is just it's got far too many roots and associations with insane 1980s conspiracy theories. Completely insane 1980s conspiracy theories that carry heavily anti-Semitic overtones. And it's somehow over the last 10 years just become commonly adopted into mental health vernacular, thanks to the works of a certain DIT professor. Oh my god. Guys, you have no idea how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Remember, this may be different per alter. Some might want to be comforted and taken away from the situation. Others might want to pretend that it's not happening. Some will need support and physical affection to help ground them. Others will not want to be touched under any circumstances, as it could make it worse. So try to be aware of the triggers of the system in general and of specific alters and how to deal with that best. But remember, it's not your responsibility to take control or take responsibility for their healing. That is what a therapist does. And
that's true.
You're not their therapist.
That's also what they should do.
That is a professional's job description. What they need from you is love.
A professional should never take control of somebody else's healing. It is not a therapist's job to take control of your mental health. That is a very slippery slope. That leads into a world of really, really disgusting patient-doctor relationships, or I guess in your case, just patient-person relationships, because they're not professionals, they're just people. Yeah, patient-therapist relationships. That is exactly how these incredibly unhealthy, dangerous situations form, where a therapist, an unqualified therapist, a quack, can be given an enormous amount of power and control over every aspect of their patient's life. I'm getting triggered. Genuinely. Fucking hell.
Support and care. Learn about their no-go zones, whether that is physical, emotional, or conversational. Different alters may have aversions to being touched in certain ways or certain places, whether that...
I think a good no-go zone is not making out with your partner when you're in Disneyland Paris queuing with a bunch of children and families around you. I think most people's sort of healthy no-go zone is overt public displays of affection when you're around little children at a kid's park. I think literally tonguing your partner whilst in queue at Disneyland Paris is a no-go zone for everyone, Chloe. Fuck you.
That's because of trauma or just personal preference. It doesn't matter. That is a boundary and you need to know about it and respect it. Another good thing to do is learn to check in before you bring up specific topics or conversations. This is something that is helpful in any relationship, regardless of whether that is romantic,
learn to check in,
or sexual, or friendships, or...
Love how whenever she says sexual, or sexual, ooh, it's sexual. Can't look at the camera because we're saying the sex word. It's like when you're at school, ooh, penis, ooh, vagina, ooh, it's so sexual, ooh, it's so sexual. God. I hope I'm not coming off like that absolute cunt bag that just went mental at Trisha Paytas the other day, because Hair by Jay, he is fucking scum. What a disgusting little prick. I hope I don't seem quite that unhinged, but I'm not gonna lie, a little bit unhinged right now. Didn't get high enough before this. Did not get high enough.
Relationships, professional colleagues, learn to check in. Hey, I'd like to talk about this right now. Are you in a place where you're alright to discuss that? Are you emotionally available for this conversation right now? How are you feeling? Would you be able to handle a conversation about X, or would you like to postpone it until you feel ready? Never share information between...
That is how to have a relationship in the future, where we must all talk like robots. Hey there, babe. Are you available emotionally for a deep, intimate conversation about our future and my issues with you right now? If you are not, please reply no. No, I'm not going to talk to somebody like that. Just because you are a pathetic little snowflake does not mean everyone needs to conform to you. Of course, I get this is a video about dating people with DID, so maybe, fair enough. But there's far less robotic, weird, trancey, creepy ways of phrasing this, and I really don't want this to become like a standardized way for people to talk. Oh God, that would traumatize me. Right. We're going to get to 10. We're halfway through, so I'm going to check the comments again before I completely lose my marbles. What we been saying, eh? Oh man, you guys have been chatting away. Oh, okay. Fair enough. You remember Pinata acting like a werewolf while making out with Chloe. Nan videos, yep, they were disgusting. Checking in has been really helpful to my relationship as long as it's not so repetitive and overwhelming. Yeah, like maybe saying one of those things. Also, where am I saying? Where is the camera facing? I don't know what I'm doing. Here, yeah, I get that could be useful to an extent, to be honest. Just not saying it like a robot. She had sex with Riven. Yeah, she had sex with a like 16-year-old werewolf. Grim. Don't forget when they did that, they were supposedly in their little altars. Oh, I've not forgotten. That is upsettingly burnt into my head. Fuck. It is, disgusting. Actually disgusting. How can you do that? So weird. She definitely drank the Kool-Aid. She did. Oh, okay. If you want someone to help you when you're struggling, you have to communicate. Yes, exactly. It is not down for them to be a mind reader and be like, oh, why are you, I just need to, so no, that's when you start getting these assuming questions. And, oh, just don't be a fucking cunt, basically. Just, live with some, like, basic human decency, morals, respect. Stop blaming Jews and Satanists for all your problems. Don't be a cunt. Good rule that. Don't be a cunt. Grandad's Lounge. Biggest piece of advice.
Unless you have explicit permission to do so. There is a reason.
Sorry, I missed that. What's she saying now?
About X, or would you like to postpone it? Never share information between alters unless you have explicit permission to do so. There is a reason that amnesia exists. There is a reason that the mind developed whatever disorder this person has, and it was to survive and stay safe. It can be very difficult to see somebody you love.
No, the dissociative identity disorder isn't this magical mental illness that exists in order to protect you and keep you safe. It's caused through trauma. Dissociation and the horrible effects of it, it certainly appear to be caused through devastating trauma. But that doesn't mean it's there to protect you. It's just an unfortunate thing that's occurred. That's like saying my bipolar is there to protect me. No, you fucking bellend prick. Panic attacks don't protect people at all, in the slightest, from anything. Dissociating, melting down, amnesia does not protect you in any shape, way, or form. Blacking out and having no idea where you are, waking up somewhere in a different city, in a different location, as you yourself have described in videos, waking up in another city and no idea how you got there, that doesn't protect you. You absolute bellend. Stop making it seem like this magical, wonderful thing to have. according to research from your own people, with Valerie Simonson or Catherine Livingston or Melanie Goodwin, one of those fucking nutters, and they've confirmed something that I've been theorizing for a while, which is that DID is just an extreme form of BPD or EUPD. Because have you heard of a single person with this disorder, dissociative identity disorder, that doesn't also have a diagnosis of borderline personality disorder or emotionally unstable personality disorder? No. And as has been theorized by one of your very own quacks, that's because it seems to just be an extreme form of it, in which case it is a learnt personality disorder, not something that makes you special and amazing, just something that kind of sucks and debilitates your life and needs to be treated. Grow the fuck up.
Of suffering and hurting, and perhaps if you watch an alter have a flashback, things might suddenly start to make sense to you, and you might want to pass that information on to another person in the system.
Yeah, that'd be the right thing to do. No, you're wrong.
There's a reason that they don't remember, and it's likely because they're not ready or built.
It's only according to your fucking quacks at FPP.
Handle that at the current moment. That doesn't mean that they're weak or incapable or avoiding it. That's just the way their brain is working. This is all part of trauma processing, and it needs to be handled with a professional, delicately, and in an informed manner. Do not try and interrupt or speed up or interfere with trauma processing. It can have disastrous results. That includes sharing information about trauma to alters that don't know about it yet. I'm not a trauma holder, but I've experienced people having...
I'm tripping out, man. I am zoning out here. The music. Oh. Why is she doing this? Dissociative, stop making your videos so weirdly trancey and hypnotic, please. I actually find it quite hard sometimes to focus on the message of what she's saying, because it's just rambles. Like, she's quite monotone, I guess, is part of the issue. You know, that's how her voice goes all the time. And it's just this kind of like squeaky, monotone, boring, common British voice. She's not posh, trust me, she is not posh. Just common as muck. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I think her accent... Ooh, I'm gonna burp. No, I'm not. Am I gonna burp? No, I'm not. Sometimes I actually think her accent sounds like she comes from around here, and a lot of these sort of DID and SRA conspiracy theories actually have their roots near where I live, so who knows?
And it can be extremely distressing.
Anyway,
I understand that you care.
What's she saying?
You want to help, and that this feels like in this circumstance, perhaps if I told them it would help. Please don't share anything without permission. This can go for smaller things as well. If an alter tells you something in confidence, please keep that to yourself. Be polite, kind, and respectful.
No, that's just how you avoid like taking blame and criticism for things. If you're having a panic attack and have listened to another alter and act like an absolute twat to me and say some awful things, when you're back to being Chloe, I'm gonna fucking tell you what you said. And then you better fucking apologise for it and take fucking responsibility for it. You don't go around, no, don't tell me that, it's triggering me. Pissant.
All alters in the system. Alters aren't going to disappear because you don't get on. They're not an inconvenience. They're part of the person that you love, part of their experience, and part of who they are. There's no such thing as an evil alter. Please make sure that you are educated on persecutors. Again, it can be difficult to see an alter harming somebody that you love within the system, but there is a reason that they do what they do, and lashing out in anger or telling them horrible things.
Sorry, if you have an alter whose entire purpose is like self-harming you and sabotaging your life, that's pretty evil. It's not serving a purpose, it's not protecting you. This whole thing of persecutor alters, fuck, I can't. Don't have any of my research on me right now. I'll just say things that are wrong if I start rambling right now, and I don't want to do that. Oh, fucking hell.
That they're a horrible person, that what they're doing is
could probably just call this the fuck bomb stream. Just fuck my life. Fucking hell, fuck.
Will not help.
Play.
I know it can be difficult. I know it can be hard. But these alters
I know it can be hard.
exist and have a horrible time. They
exist. They have a horrible time. You must believe me. Where's the water? I need to cry.
extreme trauma in most cases.
Actually, I'm not going to cry because that will ruin my makeup.
And they're angry with good reason. They're hurting. They feel awful, and that needs to be handled again.
Also, like, I swear her voice is completely different now. 9 minutes 30. Now she's sounding more and more like Chloe.
Have a singular integrated personality.
Yeah, her voice has slipped down to Chloe. Yeah, she's failed at keeping up the act this time. Her voice has completely slipped down back into just being her, and has lost the little high pitched squeaky girly shit. That's hilarious. Oh, Chloe, you absolute twonk.
They deserve respect and love too. Even if you don't agree with how they act, even if you're angry with them, that doesn't give you a reason to be verbally abusive or manipulative towards them.
No, obviously. Nothing gives anyone an excuse ever to be verbally abusive or manipulative to somebody, you plebeian retard. But what I will say is when you're a public figure, literally listed as a business and a public figure, you are open to criticism and critique and discussion. And I am joking when I call you rude names. It is all a big joke. I actually, and this is going to sound crazy, gang, I don't really dislike her anymore. I think she's just kind of pathetic. But I've learned that she is just a tiny little speck in this entire shitstorm of insanity. I mean, she is just a bit of an attention-seeking loser who has copied somebody else's YouTube career to create her own, and just acted like an irresponsible, immature, narcissistic bellend, and in the process destroyed a community, endangered children, and opened them up to contact and influence by a predator. The fact that she defended Nan and carried on dating him for so long, and kept trying to persuade the community to let Nan back in. It's just disgusting. Why are you doing this, Chloe? Why are you doing this?
Really aware of what they are, why they act the way they do, or how to treat them. Never treat a child alter, as if they were an adult. It may seem strange to see an adult body acting and speaking like a child, but you need to keep in mind the reason. This individual has been deeply traumatized for things that weren't their fault. They did not choose to do this, and there is nothing shameful about the fact that this is how the brain wired itself to survive. Littles, which is the colloquial term for younger alters,
The colloquial term for younger alters? What is this? Why is this so weird? She's gone back to being like... Now she's talking about littles. She's like, oh shit, my voice had slipped, and it starts going up again. And she's gone back to being her little girly mode. This is so cringe. Oh my god.
Act, think, and speak like children. All of this is valid, but they may also be able to understand extremely complex topics and do and use things like phones or
I guess that's why, even though you've said it's like really scary and dangerous when you're a little and out and about and you can easily get lost, actually when you and Nan are at Disneyland and you were both walking around as littles and making out as littles, you know, doing quite adult things, I guess you're explaining it now, you absolute... That's disgusting. I cannot stand this.
have strong conversation, be able to write,
just gross.
Draw, do athletic things that an average child of that age would not be able to do. That is because they share the same brain and may have been in existence a lot longer than the age that they are. They still have
the eternal child
to some of the experiences that it's had, and some muscle memory too, but their emotional state and some of their processing will be that.
An eternal child that can fuck.
Be
Oh,
be gentle, be respectful.
Kill me.
Also
Shoot me.
be respectful and aware of dysphoria and trauma-based reactions. That does not mean that they owe you an explanation about anything. Privacy is important. That doesn't mean that you're not trusted or that you're any less loved. It's just important to have that privacy in any relationship. And it's important not to become codependent. Allow yourselves to be individuals and rely outside.
It's important not to become codependent, is it, Chloe? Carry on.
Of just your relationship. For people who have experienced trauma and trauma bonding, this can be very hard to learn. As I said before, you are not responsible for the healing of your partner or partners. You're not responsible for holding their trauma, and you're also not there to fix or change them. They have survived everything up until this point, and they will continue to do so with the support of professionals. They don't need to be saved, and if they did for any reason, that's up to them.
Give Remy Aqua own money.
To their therapist, and not to you. Not everyone is healthy enough for a relationship at the same time, and that's alright. Mental health situations and trauma happens and you can't predict it. Things change, and it's okay to step back if you need to, and it's also okay for them to do the same. And remember that it can take time to feel safe with feeling safe. If you're not used to that feeling, it can be flagged as dangerous. If safety is so new, then it's going to throw you off. I'm starting to dissociate now, so I think we should wrap it up here. If you have any questions, please leave them for us, and I'm sure that...
You didn't have to leave that in, did you? You could have thought, oh, I'm starting to dissociate now. Right. If you have any questions, leave them, blah, blah, blah. See you later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Done. No, you didn't do that. Instead, you've said, I'm starting to dissociate, and now you're going to leave yourself in switching, aren't you? You're back to it, Chloe. Are your views tanking that hard? You've got to start doing switch or caught on camera again. That's so pathetic. Really, really detestable, that. Just give that a big, fat old thumbs down. Oh, I've still got a minute. We're going to get to see the switch. We're going to see the switch. Let me dislike it. There we go. Let's carry on. Carry on. Yeah, comment. Don't forget to comment, guys. Give me a big thumbs up. Oh my god, my laptop's going so slow. Boy, come on. Here we go.
Anything else that you want to...
Oh my god. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Technology is my friend. What are we doing? What is happening? Laptop. Laptop's about to like overheat and explode any second, isn't it? It's going to happen at last.
Wanting to dissociate.
Please let me watch this.
So I think we should wrap it up here. If you have any questions, please leave them for us, and I'm sure that Nin will be able to
look around the room.
Anything else that you want to be discussed. I'm dissociating.
That's not what it looks like when I've seen it happen in real life, but okay. Whatever. You can't, you can lose some facial effect. But, oh my god, this is now officially as dramatic as the kids on TikTok. Wait, what was that slap? What did she do? Did she just slap her face? Oh, this is literally as dramatic as the kids on TikTok.
Hi everybody, it's Nin. Looks like Ellie just finished filming a video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know if you have any questions. Lots of love, everybody.
Oh, this is so cute and quirky. Oh yes, that's so. Oh no! Fucking hell. Oh, what a twonk. What an idiot. What an absolute flunker. What an absolute idiot. My giddy aunt. Oh, what's my hair doing? Oh, accidental mohawk. Did not even realise. Look at that, boys. Oh. Wow. That was something else. That was something else. Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, Dissociated. That was some solid advice. Solid advice. I appreciate your advice there. Man, what do you guys think? How do you feel about her dating advice? What we feeling? What we feeling about that? That was a journey. That was a hell of a journey. I say that the journey is beginning. It's hilarious that you write that, because I was literally like in the script I'm writing for the next video. That's like a line about I'm going to be taking you on a journey this year. Oh, fair enough. Wow. Just before you go, let me just find quickly this Multiplicity and Me documentary. I think if we actually put in husband as the search, we will get the documentary, maybe. We'll see. But pardon me, I'm so sorry. What's his name? It's Gaz, the most Welsh lad name ever. What a boy. Gaz. Legend. Multiplicity and Me, Sunday night. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. I just need to show you. I need to show you the edits. Now, I believe Jess has actually spoken about this disorder. I think she's spoken about this documentary since, and does have some issues with it. Like, they kind of pressured her and forced her into switching on camera, and I know that TV studios will do that shit. Wait, Alter's thoughts on Final Fusion? That's not what I was meant to click. That's not what I clicked. Is that like when Goku and Vegeta do a perfect fusion dance at last, and instead of turning into Vegito, finally achieve the form of Gogeta, and then they go Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and beat Omega Shenron, and it's like final Kamehameha times 1000. That's what she's talking about, right? Yeah. Sorry. I'm not taking the piss out of you, Jess, if you watch this. I think you seem like you could be a decent human being. I don't think you're the same as Chloe at all. I think you have been manipulated and lied to by some incredibly dangerous people. But just give me the good stuff. Oh wow, my laptop, my poor laptop does not like streaming. Give me the intro. I'm just gonna have to watch like
when I first heard of
a few seconds, I think.
I've got Jamie, Jake and Ollie all around, so it's busy.
Dance to the club music. Where's the... there it is. Here we go. And I'm just going to turn the volume down. Oh my gosh. You're so annoying. I hate you, laptop. Laptop, I hate you. I wonder how many of you are still watching. Are you ready for this? Insane. Also, fuck, that's what I wanted to show you all. Do you all remember exactly what Dissociative said when she switched on camera during the Anthony Padilla video? Do you remember how she acted and what she said? Yeah. What if I told you she literally copied Jess word for word? I think I started playing a little bit too late. There's a bit where she basically says, oh, you're just going to have to find it because my laptop is actually killing me. Go watch this. It was actually quite interesting. There is a bit also just before that bit I showed where she's like, there's just so much noise. And yeah, she just sounds exactly like, or rather, Chloe sounded exactly like Jess. Maybe that's just me being over conspiratorial. Maybe that's just what happens when you spend some time being therapized and diagnosed by Mr. Remy Acquaroni. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. It's 10 o'clock over here. Been streaming an hour. How you guys up for like another half hour? I've got something else that I wouldn't mind showing you and talking to you about, but only if you want. I didn't hear any sound, no music. You weren't meant to hear their music. It was meant to be me singing. Her dating advice was so in-depth and awesome. Treat someone as if you cared about their thoughts and feelings. I would have never come to that conclusion on my own. Yeah, boom. Right, what we feeling? Do a little bit more? Yeah, I think we're feeling a little bit more. Right. I'm just gonna, I've just got this on my phone, so you guys just get to watch me now for a bit, I suppose, and I'll read you some fun stuff for you to all follow along, if you want to. Why am I so awkward all of a sudden? Now the attention's on me. I don't like it as much. Also, I'm trying to use OBS and I genuinely don't know how to use OBS. It's so confusing to me. Transform. Reset. There we go. No, wrong one. Transform, reset. No, why is this so difficult? Transform, reset, transform. There we go. Hello. I'm back now. It's all me. The only thing that matters. My narcissism is showing. What we were saying in the chat. Oh, cool. Yeah, just talking about the copied graphics and stuff. Just, yeah. I just think it's pretty cringe. Just pretty cringe just how much of Dissociated's empire and brand is based upon Jess's, right down to the fact that it was originally Jess who was going to be in that Anthony Padilla interview, and then Dissociated emailed the agent when she found out and snaked her way in there. A fascinating person. Such a good friend. Such a lovely person. All right. Are you guys ready for just pure insanity? Actual, pure insanity. I can't. I just can't. No. I feel like I should do this in another video. Maybe do this as another live stream. Get it set up, because if you guys can't read along with what I've got on my phone, I don't think it will work properly. So stay tuned for either a live stream tomorrow that I'll announce, or the day after tomorrow. Dying. Basically, exploring and exposing the entire history of DID, exactly where the diagnosis was first theorized, originated, the doctors who created it and formulated it and theorized it, the therapists and practitioners who diagnose it. We'll be having a look at the founders and directors of the ISSTD and the ESTD, and how the ISSTD has changed their names 3 times throughout history because of all the lawsuits they've had filed against them. And a lot of death, a lot of people dead, sadly, in these stories. A lot of doctors who have lost their licenses, a lot of doctors who have fled the country and moved country and changed their names. Yeah, a lot of people defending paedophiles in court. People like Valerie Sinerson and Remy Aquarone and Melanie Goodwin, as in the person who diagnosed Chloe and multiplicity in me, and the people who run and founded that charity that she's raising money for. This story is really fucked up. And I've been researching it for like 3 weeks now with the help of my girlfriend. Thank you so much, Holly. You've done so much work. Say hey to Doodly Noodly. Soz. And fuck. It's why I don't dislike Chloe anymore. I actually feel bad for her. She's either an idiot being manipulated by much more horrible people, or she is a manipulator who has noticed a very weak, easily manipulated group of people, and she has chosen to join ranks with them. Yeah. Hey, Bobo and Co. You're going to enjoy this. Yeah. This gets so fucked. I genuinely... Right, that'll do for now. That should get you all excited. Ooh, we got some names. Righty. I need to boogie off and like just definitely not get insanely high. Oh, this was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed this, guys. I should do this more. I think there's going to be a Sunday night weekly Grandad's Lounge podcast, just live stream, chill. We'll cover a new topic each week. That could be pretty fun. I'm just going to do it here on YouTube. I cannot be fucked with Twitch and all that shit. Bring beers. Hey, nice. I hope you enjoyed. I am so sorry. I know I can sometimes be quite eloquent in my videos, but my brain is completely scrambled right now. Oh, Entropy System, if she happens to be watching this as well, or happens to watch this, or if Bobo, you want to let her know. I am so sorry for being one of those unsavory peeps back in the day, genuinely. But I have nothing against you, and thank you so much for what you've been doing lately. It's fucking hilarious. And I will bring Dante next time. Somehow. He's a weird pain in the ass. He doesn't like me filming videos. He actually genuinely hates me filming. I have so many outtakes of him stopping me from filming. It's painful. He's an absolute bastard, but I love him so much. He's the best dog in the world. gosh. I'm hoping everyone's had a good laugh. I'm glad that some of you have had a laugh, and yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I'll put out something in the community page, so check that out. And go watch like one of my videos that has like 50 views, because they're the ones that I spend like 400 hours making and they get no views. And then I talk about a piece of shit for 5 minutes and it gets like 1,000 views. And I like making content that's not depressing and awful all the time. I do like making happy stuff too. So go watch one of those, guys, if you like me. I'd appreciate it. And I'm officially fucking off. I'm gone. I'm done. I'm outie. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Love you all. But I don't, and I'm not love bombing you, and I don't even know you, and fucking hell, just fuck this world. Fuck. But I do actually love you all. You're all great. I don't dislike any of you. You all seem like lovely people. This has been hilarious. I'm going to read these comments properly now. Catch you in a bit. Peace. Bye. Gone. I'm so ADHD. Oh, it's still not ended. Ah!